much you love us. Lord Jesus, you are the author and finisher of our faith. Lord, whosoever that call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. Father, your name is powerful. In your name there is freedom. In your name there is deliverance. In your name, Jesus, there is healing. In your name there is breakthrough. That's why the Bible said that therefore God has highly exalted you above every other name. He said, by the mention of the name of Jesus, he said, every knee shall bow. Lord Jesus, tonight, sickness shall bow down to your name. The powers of Satan shall bow down to your name. Demons shall bow down to your name. Evil spirits, they shall bow down to your name. Occultic powers, they shall bow down to your name. Witchcraft powers will bow down to your name. The territorial spirit of this nation, the principalities and powers of this nation, the rulers of darkness in higher places, Bible said they shall bow down to the name of Jesus. Father, as we are singing, call upon the name of the Lord, and we shall be saved. May the power in your name move to set your people free, to set those who are in captivity free, to set the bondage free, to break loose those that are chained by Satan. Yes, Lord. Somebody free, somebody that is watching online. May the name of Jesus set you free. May the name of Jesus set you free. May the power in the name of Jesus set your family free. Let it set your children free from the powers of darkness. Lord Jesus, tonight is your night. Father, take control. Have your way. In this service, it's all about you. Let the Spirit of the living God take control. Holy Spirit will ask for this place to be the place of Pentecost. Let it be as it was in the days of Pentecost. And the Bible said that we are filled with the Spirit. That tonight each and every one of us, we are going to be filled with the Spirit. Let your fire possess us tonight. Let the power of prayer come upon us tonight. Lord, that heaven and earth will know that the Spirit of God is here. Lord, that it will be confirmed. Because the Bible says in the book of Acts chapter 2, it said there was noise abroad. Father, may the noise of what will happen here today, let it spread to the whole island. Let it spread to the whole nation. Let it spread to the whole world. The testimony that you are going to release tonight shall be here all over the world. That they will know that whosoever that call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. Father, thank you for doing it. Lord, we'll cover this place again with the blood of Jesus. Mighty and everlasting Father, Bible said that your blood speaks better things than the blood of Abel. Father, let your blood speak tonight. Jesus, let your blood speak tonight. May your blood speak salvation. Let your blood speak healing. Let your blood speak deliverance. Let your blood speak breakthrough. Let it speak signs and wonders tonight. That the name of the Lord shall be exalted. Father, thank you for doing it. We'll return all that glory to you. Father, we'll ask for you to dispatch your angels here tonight. The angels of deliverance. The angels of healing. Prophetic angels. Father, let them be dispatched tonight. The angels of signs and wonders. Father, let them be dispatched tonight. That the kingdom of Satan, they shall suffer loss tonight. That Satan shall suffer loss tonight because of the name of Jesus. Thank you for doing it. In Jesus' mighty name we have prayed. Can we celebrate? Just celebrate Jesus. I say celebrate Jesus. Celebrate Jesus. Celebrate the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. Celebrate Jesus. Glory to Jesus. Amen. You can sit down on the head of your enemy. Jesus loves you. And I know you know that Jesus loves you. Don't forget, on Sunday is special anointing service. And on Sunday is our covenant partner service. Can you put my microphone to have a little bit of bass, because my voice has bass. So, because Satan likes bass more. Glory to Jesus. So on Sunday is our covenant partner service. If you haven't been part of the covenant partner in this ministry, please be part of it. Because that is the only way who are paying the bill of this ministry. We are not here. Our ministry is not like other ministry that every time money, preach money. No. That is the only way that we are completing our money to pay the bill of this ministry. Because we know how much it costs us for this door to be open every month. So if you haven't been part of the covenant partner, be part of it. And Jesus will bless you. And this Sunday, we are praying for our covenant partners. Not only that, we are having special anointing service. This anointing service is going to be great. And our service on Sunday is going to start unusual way. When I say unusual way, you have to be here to see it. It's not the normal way we do service. Because Sunday is an extraordinary day. Because we are wrapping up the month of grace. I want people of this ministry to carry grace. So wherever you go from Sunday, people will know that you have an encounter with grace. There is nothing enemy can do about it. Because you have been anointed. Let me say this to you. That's why when Saul was doing what he's doing, David had an opportunity to kill him. But David said, I will never destroy the Lord's anointed. So once you receive anointing on Sunday, no power can destroy you. Because the grace of God will be upon your life. Except you are the one who chooses for enemy to destroy you. If you choose, we agree with you. Glory to Jesus. But all I want you to know is that on Sunday will be another day. Amen. It's going to start tonight. Hallelujah. Jesus will be Jesus tonight. Amen. Then after tonight, on Sunday, you will see extraordinary things. Amen. Because tonight we are dealing with what a monster called anger. Amen. I like that topic. Anger is a monster, which we are going to see tonight. How anger destroys blessings. Glory to Jesus. Hallelujah. Even though our God, Bible says our God have anger as well. But we are going to see the power of God tonight. Amen. Glory to Jesus. Hallelujah. Listen, if you are watching online, I want you to understand that tonight, please, whatever you are doing around you, don't joke with this service. Because as we are praying, you are going to pray with us. Then you are asking yourself this question: how long that anger can be destroying your blessings? You are going to be able to pray to break yourself loose from the power of anger. Amen. That monster. Glory to Jesus. Amen. I want you to lift your Bible unto heaven. Say, Father, this is your word. Holy Spirit, open my ears to hear the word of the Lord. Open my heart to receive it. Open my mind of understanding to understand the word. Father, let your word empower me tonight to deal with monster that is called anger. So shall it be in the name of Jesus. Glory to Jesus. You know, in our life as children of God, every one of us have what we call anger. Glory to Jesus. I want to start by saying this, that anger is a strong feeling of being upset or annoyed because something went wrong or bad. You see, everyone, whether you're a Christian, whether you're a Muslim, whether you're a Hindu, there is some part of you, when something went wrong or something went bad, you became upset. Then you begin to have a strong feelings, or you begin to be annoyed because the thing did not go your way. Glory to Jesus. And that is where we make mistake as the children of God. When we get back to Christ and give our life to Christ, then all we want is for it to go our way. So when it didn't go our way, we became upset, we became annoyed. We have this kind of strong feelings. You don't even know when people are talking to you, your face is changed. Then I want to let you know that this anger we are talking about started from Satan in heaven. We're going somewhere, because when I find out that anger is a monster, then that made me to be able not to take it easy with anybody who have issue of anger around me. Because I know that it can destroy what you have built, which we are going to see in the Bible. Glory to Jesus. Let's just go to the book of Ephesians 4, verse 26 to 28. Because in the word of God, it permitted for a man to be angry. But there is something he said. He said, be ye angry and sin not. Be ye angry and sin not. I think we are going to find a way to put another version in our distance. You know, because this version will have, sometimes people may not understand it well. We are going to find a way to put, standard version that will be able to let people to understand what we're saying. It said, be ye angry and sin not. Let not sun go down upon your wrath. Keep on going. It said, neither give a place to devil. Here shows you that Bible acknowledge that you can be angry. that God acknowledged that you can be angry. But he said, be angry and sin not. That means be upset. That means be annoyed. But you are not going to commit sin because of that. Amen. So it shows you something here. Be angry. Sometimes things cannot go the way you want it. Yes, you can be upset. God acknowledges it. Yes, you can be annoyed. God acknowledges it. But he said, do not what? Be angry and sin not. To show you that anger is one of the factor or key to sin. But he warned you. He said, let sun not go down upon your wrath. Let sun not go down upon your wrath. Then he said, better for you to give a place to Satan. Glory to Jesus. So when you become angry and sun go down upon your anger, what are you giving? You are giving a place to that devil which is called monster. Glory to Jesus. Which will use that anger against you. Because in heaven, Bible said there was war in heaven. What caused war? Because Satan needed attention. Satan wanted to be about him. Because Satan is one of the most beautiful angels that was working with God. But at a time, Satan began to seek more attention, more of his desire, more of his way. When he's not getting it, he became angry. He became too much upset. Then he began to plan how to overthrow God in heaven. And God said, you know what happened? Here cannot contain me and you. Glory to Jesus. His name was not devil before. But because of what he did, then God has to give him that name. Glory to Jesus. So, it's permitted for us to be angry, but we're not going to sin not. Even God himself, remember Deuteronomy 4 verse 24, said our God is a jealous and a consuming fire. Put it on the screen. Deuteronomy 4 verse 24. Quick. He said, for the Lord thy God is a consuming fire and a jealous God. It's a consuming fire and a jealous God. So our God as well have some part of him that he can be upset sometimes with mankind. That's why in the Old Testament, God became too much of angry and destroyed everything he created. Then he later regretted it. That is when God began to find out as well that anger is not good. Amen. Glory to Jesus. Amen. Let's see how God was working with the children of Israel. In the book of Numbers 11, from verse 1 to 3. Numbers 11, from verse 1 to 3. Quickly, please. Numbers 11, from verse 1 to 3. He said, and when the people complained and displeased, he displeased the Lord, and the Lord heard it. He said, and what did he say? And his anger was kindled, and the fire of the Lord burned among them and consumed them that were in the utmost part of the camp. These people were upset that things are not going their way. They were annoyed. God, how can you bring us out from where we are eating cucumber, from where we are eating potato, from where we are eating a lot of things in the land of Egypt, and you make us to be suffering? And God is saying to them, I am taking you to the place of milk and honey, and you are still requesting cucumber. So they provoke God because they are not seeing the blessing, but God has prepared something for them. So as soon as they were annoyed, God also became annoyed. Because anger treats anger. That's why he's a monster. Glory to Jesus. So God became annoyed, and what happened? His anger was kindled. So that shows you that anger can be, fire can be underneath the anger. There is a fire that goes with it. He said his anger was kindled, and what happened? And fire of the Lord burned among them. and consume them. God became that kind of anger. Glory to Jesus. Amen. Because of what? You know, anger is a strong feeling. Because of a strong feeling of being upset or annoyed when something went wrong or something went bad. So something went bad for them and also went bad for God. But God said to them, if you are annoyed, I myself am a consuming fire and I'm a jealous God. So you have to know that your own anger is terrible. My own, when I angry it, something was happening. Glory to Jesus. Even though Psalm 30 verse 5 says, his anger endured but a moment. Put it on the screen. Glory to Jesus. What did he say? For his anger endured but a moment. But he said, in his favor there is life. His anger endured but a moment. Do you remember where he said, let your wrath not go down, let sun not go down upon your anger. So with God, his anger endured but a moment. But that moment never provoked God, because that moment you can be consumed. Glory to Jesus. So his anger endured but a moment. In his favor is life. Okay, if anger of God is endured but a moment, then what about we human beings that our own can last for days, months? Glory to Jesus. Let's turn back to number 11 verse 10. We're coming because tonight is another night. Somebody will say, this is who I am. How can you have a monster called anger, demon, and you are saying this is who you are? I reject it for you. Numbers 11. Go back to Numbers 11 verse 10. He said, and Moses what? And Moses hear the people, hear the weeping of the people, hear people weep throughout the family, and every man in the door of his tent. And the anger of the Lord was kindled greatly, and Moses was displeased. Now, Moses, who was the servant of God, who God said, go and lead my people, because of what God is doing as well, because God cannot have patience anymore. Because anytime God wants them to move forward, they begin to complain one thing or the other. They begin to be upset because things are not going their way. Let me say this thing to you. You got to know that it's not your way, but thy way be done, oh Lord. So when it's not your way, when it didn't go your way, understand what we are praying. Amen. Let thy way be done, amen, not our way. Amen. Glory to Jesus. Hallelujah. So they forget it. That somebody said to them, you will serve in Egypt. I will bring you out. And I will take you to the land of milk and honey. Your job is for you to follow the person. Yes. Glory to Jesus. Not for you to think it's going to be about your way. That's why in marriage, that's why I say your desire doesn't matter. Your desire can fail. Because when you are signing contract, understand that it's about institution. When it's about institution, there is a law that governs institution. Glory to Jesus. You may want things to go this way, but it's not going that way. It makes you upset. It makes you angry. Then you adopted the monster called anger. And this demon is growing inside of you. You're thinking this is who you are. Then you forget 2 Corinthians 5 verse 17. Therefore, if any man that is in Christ is a new creature, then therefore all things have passed away. Then he said, never give a place for Satan. Your anger lasted 1 year, 2 years. 3 years, because you have given a place to Satan. And you still go to church and speak in tongues. You thought that spirit of God is in you. No, it's the spirit of anger. Glory to Jesus. Because when you give a place to Satan, Satan fills your heart. God was so much angry here that Moses was saying, God, what is this, all this? Moses began to question. But he said, yet, Psalm 30 verse 5 said, his anger endured but a moment. So it shows you God can be upset now about us and quickly forget. Amen. Glory to Jesus. Hallelujah. But human being, our own, is too much. You find that because of anger, people have killed. Because when they were angry, they will plan evil. That's why I say never give a place for devil. Never give a place for Satan. Because anger can lead you to be planning evil against somebody. Anger can lead you not to be sleeping. Because you are angry against somebody in your workplace, you cannot sleep throughout the whole night. You are thinking about what to do to the person. How am I going to report the person to supervisor? How am I going to make sure that this person is not in this job? This anger begins to push you. That's why we call it monster. It begins to make you to act awkward. And you are not seeing your behavior. Do you know one thing? Some Christians here, we don't see our behaviors. But let me say this thing to you. If you carry the Spirit of God, anybody who appears before you, his heart is revealing in his face. When somebody came in here, the heart of the person is written in the face. I will be seeing your heart in your face. Glory to Jesus. But you may not know your character. Because you thought you are okay. You thought you are behaving well. Glory to Jesus. Without knowing that you are not. That's why 96% of Christians, some of them have the element of bad spirit inside of them. Why? Because they fail to acknowledge there is a problem somewhere. Glory to Jesus. They fail to acknowledge I need help. You see, when you need help, that is when you access help. Glory to Jesus. But we become too big because we use the word of God to back ourselves. Let me share this into you. You cannot put what you don't know. Can I share this into you? Word of God doesn't work for everybody. Because number one thing, you have to know that if the Spirit of God is in you, you will know. I say to people, let's Christians stop about this thing. They say, Spirit, God told, no. God did not tell you your mind. You see, Spirit of God is not author of confusion. The Spirit of God, when it's written in you, Bible says, those that are led by the Spirit, those that are led by the Spirit, they are the sons of God. So if you don't have Spirit of God living in you, you have to know that you haven't been a child of God. You haven't been born again. Glory to Jesus. Amen. That's why, watch out. Most of churches now, it's about speaking in tongues. I said to them, how many times you will receive Holy Ghost? It happened in the book of Acts of Apostles. That is 1 and 2. That is where they receive Holy Ghost. And once they receive it, the disciples started using it. They did not keep on coming every day in the church. They say, pray in the Holy Ghost. Who pray in the Holy Ghost? But not every day in the church. We have to get to deal with our opponent. Holy Ghost has given us the power to deal with our opponent. We don't need to be praying anymore. Holy Ghost, no. We deal with our opponent. When you finish training as a football player, you are playing for Chelsea, you have trained for 6 months. What are you waiting for? For you to play the match. Not every day training. They call you every day you are training. No. They didn't buy you as a player for you to be training every day. They bought you for you to score goals, for you to play the match, not for you to be training every day. Glory to Jesus. This is what Christians fail to acknowledge. We fail to have actions. Then we take word of God, that is. And God is expecting. Look at Revelation 12, verse 9 to 11. He said, therefore there was war in heaven. Even the angel of the old days, they fought Satan in heaven. There was war. Nobody knows how many years war lasts in heaven. Because scholars did not let us know. Glory to Jesus. But what we know that war doesn't end one day. Are you getting what I'm saying? War doesn't end one day. So war can last years. Look at angels fighting war with Satan in heaven. And we are lasting. And the Holy Ghost has given apostles them power. As soon as he gives them power, they make a move. But when he gives us power, we'll stay asking the Holy Ghost every day power. No. That's why when we ask him for power in this service, we came in here, we demonstrate it. Amen. Because when he gives us power, we use it, he fills us back again. Not every day, church, God, no. Give me a break. And he said, then we say to you, have faith. Remember that faith without work is dead. Glory to Jesus. If you finish receiving power, anointing from God, and you know that something is wrong somewhere, what do? You apply the power there. You use it to pray so that this thing will turn around. Glory to Jesus. But we're not going there today. So, as the children of God, our anger sometimes lasts for weeks, months. Why? Because we will never know that there is something that has changed in hand over that anger. That Satan has changed it, the way we are angry, and now enter us. Because we have allowed our anger to go, for some to go down. Now Satan uses it as a point of contact to possess us. Then we start thinking that is normal. Glory to Jesus. And then little thing, everything will upset. Because it's not our way. That's why as we will tell you that it's going to be your way always. That means if it is your way always, you are Satan. Because Satan is what forced his way to people. Even salvation was not forced to us. He said, whosoever believed in him shall be saved. And we're not the one singing it. Whosoever can call upon the name of the Lord. So it's a choice for you to call or not. Glory to Jesus. It's only Satan that saw the Eve in the Garden of Eden. Satan came to force his way to Eve. Glory to Jesus. Satan is the one who forced his way to people. But salvation is choice. If you decide you cannot give your life to Christ, but you know the price you pay at the end of the day, that you have to go to hellfire. Glory to Jesus. But still, it's a choice. That is one thing with God. It's a choice. So when we're doing something, we have to be able to monitor. Christians will fail to monitor activities of Satan. Is this thing getting out of hand? Is my behavior okay now? Or have Satan changed my behavior? Or have Satan entered me through my behavior and using it against me? Am I sure that I'm still okay? Because there is some cycle of things that will be going on in your life. That is when you ask questions. Let me say this thing to you. When you don't ask questions, you will not get the answer. That's why sometimes I have conversation with the Holy Ghost. Why I ask him questions. Is this thing okay? Remember, Holy Spirit is around everybody that call upon the name of Jesus. Sometimes when you ask questions, you see tiny voice saying to you, this behavior is not okay. Can't you do something about it? That is the Holy Spirit speaking to you. Glory to Jesus. Then what do? You make a move. Glory to Jesus. That's why you see that some people, they keep living the same type of lifestyle over and over. Why? Because Satan have changed it now. Satan is using it against them. But they cannot understand. Remember, anger is a strong feeling of being upset when something went bad or something went wrong. That feelings, some people when they are angry here, they will not even come out. We see their face. You know one thing I learned about me. When you are somebody like that, I know how to deal with you. Because you can be, if your face is like a monster, myself, my face look good. I begin to enjoy myself. You are the one killing yourself. When you finish, you are the one who became upset, not me. If you like, I'll be angry for 20 years, it doesn't concern me. I will live my life the way God wanted. So when you finish, you are the one Satan will put in bondage, not me. Glory to Jesus. So you find out that at the end of the day, what gets you, your happiness is gone. Your ability to function is gone. Your ability for you to be able to see where God is taking you is gone. Because of strong feelings of being annoyed, upset. That's why we call it monster. A lot of people have been destroyed because of this anger. We are going to see in Bible. Let's see what Jesus said in the book of Matthew 5, from verse 21 to 22. Matthew 5, from verse 21 to 22. Look at what Jesus said to them. He said, ye have heard that it was said by them of the old time, that thou shalt not kill. Whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of judgment. Keep on going to 22. He said, but I say unto you, look at how Jesus said that. He was talking about killing. Now Jesus said to the party, I say unto you, whosoever that is angry with his brother, without a cause, shall be in danger of judgment. He said, whosoever that shall say to his brother, Raka, that means whosoever that will insult or call his brother name unnecessary, he says, shall be in danger of the council. Glory to Jesus. Then he said, but whosoever shall say, thou fool, you shall be in danger in hell of hellfire. Keep on going. Glory to Jesus. He said, therefore, if you bring your gift to the altar, and that remembers that you have something against your brother, he said, look at what he said. He said, go back and make peace. Let me say this to you. You see how Jesus said to them, whosoever that will be in danger. Some people, let them be angry here now. What came out of their mouth? Remember what the Bible said? Out of abundance of a heart, a man speaketh. Do you know some people, what find them now is no more longer Satan? It's what they speak when they were angry. That is what that monster used to hold them. That's why Satan enters somebody who is always angry, to hold them by their word. Glory to Jesus. You are seeking deliverance and God is saying, I am not the one that you are going to be crying. You have to pray to ask for forgiveness what you have said. Glory to Jesus. Let some people be angry here now. What will be coming out of their mouth? Some of us have caused our blessings because of anger. Because Satan have changed inside of you. That monster, when you are speaking, Satan uses it to fight and hold your blessing. Then tomorrow you say, God, I don't know why. Prophet are prophesying. It's not coming. Remember the day you were angry. You have shut the door of that prophecy. Glory to Jesus. The children of Israel, God said to them they will go to promised land. They became angry. God also became angry and consumed them. Did the prophecy manifest? No. They didn't go to promised land because of what? Anger. Some children of God filled with Holy Ghost, speak in tongues, finish it. Little upset. Look at their mouth. The same mouth who filled with Holy Ghost. The same mouth will speak what you don't want to even hear. Why? Because you are angry. You're upset. A lot of marriages have broke down because of monster called anger. Because when somebody is angry, the way they will speak to each other, the way people will be calling names, you'll be saying, He will say to you, sister, leave that this is not church. Glory to Jesus. Remember, the Spirit of God dwells in you. You are the church. Anywhere you go, you are the church. So now you are in another place which is not this building. When all of us gone out of here now, no church here. Then you say, forget it, it's not in church. And you are trying to let the person know what the word of God says. Say, forget it. Me, I cannot agree. Okay. Who is making you not to agree? Monster. That's demon of anger have entered you. And you say to you, don't agree. Don't ever agree. They will do this thing to you and you are going to agree. Let me say this thing to you. Sometimes we play fools. Wise people always play fools. You know, sometimes you got to play fool in order for you to get Satan and put Satan in your pocket. Glory to Jesus. Because being smart is not by sweet. No. Being smart is in the brain. Being wise is in the brain. It's not. No. That's why you see any pastor who make too much of noise, they don't have anointing. If you give them now pooping, you will see them, heat will be everywhere. But to the one who doesn't, you won't even know they are called. If you see them outside, you won't even know that they are called. But when microphone enter their hand, they will let you know why God called them. Glory to Jesus. Because they pay the price for the calling. They do understand other side. Glory to Jesus. So now, if we can be able to be speaking that way and block our blessings, look at what Bible says in book of Proverbs 15 from verse 1. Look at what he said. He said, a soft anger turneth away wrath, but the grievous word stir up anger. A soft word turneth away wrath, and but grievous word stir up anger. Look at verse 2. He said, the tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright, but the tongue of the fool poureth out foolishness. You see what I said? And sometimes people say, we are spoken. No. You are not as spoken. You are foolish. That is what Bible said. I agree with Bible. Because a tongue of the wise uses it for what? Knowledge. When you have Holy Spirit, you are wise in the Spirit. Because you are led by the Spirit. It's not everywhere you talk. Some places you hold your word. Because why are you holding your word? You are wise. That's why you have too many fool Christians. Born again. Fools. They don't understand Satan. They see them, they put their head. And they will be using no weapon from a fashion against me. Shall we tell you? Satan will eat you up. Satan will finish you. That weapon will bounce upon your head and cut you. Before you know it, you are gone. You find out the word of God cannot work for a fool. Because he said the tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright. So when a wise see knowledge because of what he knows, he'll be able to not to do what? To work against it. Glory to Jesus. Because you have acquired knowledge from the word of God. It's not everywhere you speak. It's not everywhere you'll be able to, no. It's not everywhere you become upset. Knowing that Satan can be able to set a trap against you. But the mouth of the fool poured out foolishness. Am I spoken? God bless you. But I agree that Bible call you a foolish person. Glory to Jesus. Listen, one thing I like about the word of God. This Bible you are looking at, I call it instruction in writing. I said the time I was doing a course about dangerous chemicals. And they tell us that it's a question our course director will ask. He said, where will you find information about any chemical? We say instruction in writing. Because every chemical they produce, there is inside of the box or the container, there is instruction in writing. That means they instruct you how to use that chemical, that you cannot, how to store it, how you cannot mix it together with another chemical. Because if you bring, they have classes of chemicals. They have classes. So there is one you cannot mix together. Because if you mix it together, the reaction can be explosive. Glory to Jesus. So it shows you that people who produce chemicals understood there is classes of it. So people who wrote Bible understood there is classes of life. Glory to Jesus. So whatever you are looking for is here. It's an instruction in writing. Glory to Jesus. So that's why they call it word of life. Glory to Jesus. Soft word make it right to do what? to return back. Because anger is a spirit sometimes. So when we provoke it, it goes far. Glory to Jesus. Amen. You know one thing I like about here? There is some sickness they cannot cure, but they let you know how to manage it. Why did they want you to manage it? Because they know they cannot find the cure. But they tell you what you are going to be doing, to be managing it. So the same way when Christians fail to acknowledge there is some issue you have in your life, you have to go to instruction in writing to tell you how to manage it, so that it did not cost you another thing. Glory to Jesus. So if you can understand the things of the Spirit, believe me, you will excel. Let's just see something here. Moses was an example of how anger can destroy blessing. Let's go to the book of Exodus. Read it for us, because this is a place we can have a small reading now. Book of Exodus 32, from verse 1 to 20. Please quick. Exodus 32, from verse 1 to 20. 32. Sorry. I never know my big elder is in. Go on, elder, please. Exodus 32. I'm reading all these scriptures, elder. I never know you are here. 32, okay? Verse 1 to 20, please.
And when the people saw
yes.
that Moses delayed.
Put microphone for him, please.
To come down.
Yes.
Out of the mount,
mm-hmm.
The people gathered themselves together unto Aaron, and said unto him, Up, make us gods, which shall go before us. For as for this Moses, the man that brought us out of the land of Egypt, we wot not what is become of him. And Aaron said unto them, Break off the golden earrings which are in the ears of your wives, of your sons.
And I hold it there, just for a minute. From verse 1, it said, when the people find out that Moses was not coming, that's why anybody who have anger also have impatience. Is somebody who never be patient. Boom. Because these people, Moses went to meet the Lord. They find out that Moses was not coming down in time. All of them gathered out of anger. Aaron, what is the problem here? Please make us God. What is this kind of person Moses is? Old man, old fool. Who knows what he's doing there? What came out of their mouth? They could not be patient for this guy to receive from the Lord to give to them. They asked Aaron, impatience. Anybody who have anger, impatience. They will not have patience to get the answer. They have already acted. Keep on going, keep on going. Anna, please keep on going, because of our time.
And of your daughters, bring them unto me. And all the people brake off the golden earrings which were in their ears, and brought them unto Aaron. And he received them at their hand, and fashioned it with a graving tool, after he had made it a molten calf. And they said, These be thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And when Aaron saw it, he built an altar before it. And Aaron made proclamation and said, Tomorrow is a feast of the Lord. And they rose up early on the morrow, and offered burnt offerings and brought peace offerings. And the people sat down to eat and to drink, and rose up to play. And the Lord said unto Moses, Go, get thee down, for thy people which thou broughtest out of the land of Egypt have corrupted themselves. They have turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded them. They have made them a molten calf, and have worshipped it, and have sacrificed thereunto, and said, These be thy gods, O Israel, which have brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And the Lord said unto Moses, I have seen this people, behold, it is a stiff-necked people. Now therefore let me alone, that my wrath may wax hot against them, that I may consume them, and I will make of thee a great nation. And Moses besought the Lord his God, and said, Lord, why doth thy wrath wax hot against thy people, which thou hast brought forth out of the land of Egypt, with great power and with a mighty hand? Wherefore should the Egyptians speak and say, For mischief did he bring them out, to slay them in the mountains, and to consume them from the face of the earth? Turn from thy wrath, and repent of this evil against thy people. Remember Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, thy servants, to whom thou swearest by thine own self, and saidst unto them, I will multiply your seed as the stars of heaven, and all this land that I have spoken of will I give unto your seed, and they shall inherit it forever. And the Lord repented of the evil which he thought to do to his people. And Moses turned and went down from the mount.
Yes.
And the 2 tables of the testimony were in his hand. The tables were written on both their sides. On the one side and on the other they were written. And the tables were the work of God, and the writing was the writing of God, graven unto the tables. And when Joshua heard the noise of the people as they shouted, he said unto Moses, There is a noise of war in the camp. And he said, It is not the voice of them that shout for mastery, neither is it the voice of them that cry for being overcome, but the noise of them that sing do I hear. And it came to pass, as he came nigh unto the camp, that he saw the calf and the dancing, and Moses' anger waxed hot. And he cast the tables out of his hand, and brake them beneath the mount. And he took the calf which they had made, and burnt it in the fire, and ground it to powder, and strawed it unto the water, and made the children of Israel drink of it. And Moses said unto Aaron,
It's okay, Anna.
Amen.
Just put back verse 15 for us. And he said, what? And Moses turned and went down from the mountain, and the 2 tables of testimony were in his hand. These are the word of the living God, the blessings of the Lord. God take his time to write his commandment. God have taken his time to prepare this stone as a blessing to his people. This is what's supposed to guide the people of the Lord. That whosoever that keep this testimony and commandment shall be blessed on the planet Earth. Moses was having it coming down. And it was written on both sides. Who write it? Keep on going to verse 16. And the temple was the work of the Lord. So, and it was written of God. So, Moses was having the blessings of the Lord in his hand. Sometimes we Christians will have our destiny in our hand. But look at what happened here. Because of another people, and Joshua here, keep on going, go to 18. And he said, go to 19, just go to 19. And it came to pass, as soon as he came near unto the camp, he saw the calf and dancing, and the people were dancing, and Moses' anger was what? Hot. Moses became extraordinarily angry and forget that he's holding the blessing of the Lord in the hand. And what happened? He cast the table out of his hand and break it. The works of the Lord was broken because of anger. What he waited on the mountain for years, for months, for weeks, because of another person upsetting, another people upsetting, he destroyed the work of the Lord, the blessings of the Lord. Glory to Jesus. That's why I said it. How many people have destroyed their destiny because of anger? You came to the place of your blessing. Anger. I can't agree. It triggered you. Boom. What came out of your mouth? You act. And people say, no. No. This one cannot even help her anymore. No way. Even some marriages that are from God, some of them have been destroyed by Satan because of anger. Remember, Moses was called by God. He went to spend how many days? 40 to bring this thing down. He was there 40 days without eating, without drinking, waiting for the Lord to prepare this. So it shows you that it doesn't matter how many days you fast. This guy was fasting for 40 days because of this. When he got it, he was coming. That's why I say to people, Satan will always get some people on the days of their blessing. He was coming. Excitement. Because God have shown him the people. God said, look at the people that you came here to suffer for. Look at them now, they have made another God. As soon as Moses was coming near, he haven't even this that place, he became angry. The same Moses, when God will be angry, the same Moses will say to God, why are you so angry this way? Why are you angry with them? Why not remember destroy them? Now, Moses forget about instruction. That's why I say it. Some people say, forget about church. Yo. So now Moses forget about church, about God. And Bible says he cast down the stone. He waited for 40 days. He prayed. The word of the Lord, the work of God, was broken that day. Glory to Jesus. And do you know God did not write another one? Moses is the one who kind of figured out what God wrote. Moses is the one who began to write another one. Because the one he was having, being the original commandment of God, had been destroyed because of anger. Glory to Jesus. Look at it. It was destroyed. And look at verse 20. And Moses make what? He take the cup and make it in fire and make people to drink the powder and make people to drink the water. But what am I trying to say? Look at verse 19. We'll walk. We'll labor. We'll fast. We'll get what we are looking for, the miracle. But we don't know how to guide our miracle, our blessings, because of anger. That's why we call it monster. Father, give me a husband. Father, give me a wife. Oh, if you give me, I will serve you. You fast. Somebody is knocking your door. Please don't disturb me. I am praying. You do all these things, and God have out of his compassion, the day is the blessing. Do you know the day you receive your blessing, that is the day Satan fights you most? Glory to Jesus. You see, I said to people, you see, you are praying, Father, give me paper, give me. The day you receive it, that is get ready for battle. That is when you get ready for battle. That is what Christians doesn't know. Do you know why? In football match, when one side score goal to the other side, that is when you see the other side working hard. The opposition, anger will arise because you have provoked them. They will be even be, if you see their best player, they can be able to cut his leg, ankles down. Why? Because they want to damage everybody for them to score. Whenever we receive something from the Lord, we have to be careful. Who provoke us? Because Satan can use something that doesn't make sense to provoke you. Glory to Jesus. This is what happened to Moses. Do you know Satan knows this guy very well, that Moses has issue of anger? Satan knows the only thing he can use to get Moses is about anger. Because Satan knows what happened between the life of Moses. Let's go to number 20. This not only this one, another one that cost him now, the promised land, is in number 20. From verse 1 to 12. That is one that cost him the promised land. Quickly, elder, please, because of our time. Number 20 from verse 1. Numbers 20 from verse 1.
Numbers 20.
Yes, please.
Verse 1.
Yes.
Then came the children of Israel, even the whole congregation, into the desert of Zin. In the first month, the people abode in Kadesh. And Miriam died there and was buried there.
Yes.
And there was no water for the congregation. And they gathered themselves together against Moses and against Aaron. And the people chode with Moses, and spake, saying, Would God that we had died when our brethren died before the Lord. And why have ye brought up the congregation of the Lord into this wilderness, that we and our cattle should die there? And wherefore have ye made us to come up out of Egypt, to bring us in unto this evil place? It is no place of seed, or of figs, or of vines, or of pomegranates, neither is there any water to drink. And Moses and Aaron went from the presence of the assembly unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and they fell upon their faces, and the glory of the Lord appeared unto them. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Take the rod, and gather thou the assembly together, thou and Aaron thy brother, and speak ye unto the rock before their eyes, and it shall give forth his water, and thou shalt bring forth to them water out of the rock. So thou shalt give the congregation and their beasts drink. And Moses took the rod from before the Lord as he commanded him. And Moses and Aaron gathered the congregation together before the rock, and he said unto them, Hear now, ye rebels, must we fetch you water out of the rock? And Moses lifted up his hand, and with his rod he smote the rock twice. And the water came out abundantly, and the congregation drank, and their beasts also. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron, Because ye believed me, not to sanctify me in the eyes of the children of Israel, therefore ye shall not bring this congregation into the land which I have given them.
Glory to Jesus.
Hallelujah.
You know, the Lord did not say to Moses to strike the rock. He said, just speak to the rock. Then I, the Lord, will bring water out. But because Moses was angry with these people, look at 11. Look at how Moses told them. He said, Moses lifted up his hand with the rod in his hand. He smote it twice. Go to 10. Go to 10, please. He said, and Moses said, gathered the congregation before the rock. And he said unto them, Hear now, you rebels. He forget these are the children of God. The people God called by his name. He now start calling them rebels. Why did he call them rebels? Because of their behavior. They have upset him. So because of that upset, he forget the instruction of the Lord. He forget about instruction in writing. He put it down. That's why I say most of the time, born again Christians, they put down the word of the Lord. They say this is not about the word of God now. This is about we. Glory to Jesus. So, and he do what? He called the rebels. And he take the rod and strike it 2 times. And what a fraud. But God said it, look, you have failed to sanctify me before the people. Now you are not going to lead these people to the promised land. Anger causing the promised land. Anger causing the milk of that flew with the land and milk and honey. The land that flew with milk and honey. Anger. So you find out that you have prayed and fast and do all those things. When the blessings come and you lose it, you say, I don't know why. You have to know why. Because I have to ask you. You are the one I will ask. Because I'm not the one who go to that job and lose it. I'm not the one who go to the marriage and the baby walk out. So marriages are not from God, we agreed. So marriages are not of God. We have talked about it many times here. But what about the one that are from God? Can still be loose because of our anger. Because anger makes you to develop one kind of character. And your character begin to, no one can tell me what to do. Thank God that you know what I like about here. Satan give them a lot of right. Women's right. Men's, children's right. Children begin to be wise. Go and note it down. As a prophet, I'm telling you, in the next 10 years, even these people will be taking a lot of rights from children, from women. It's coming to pass. Look at how many children that is dying on the street of London. You give them rights, isn't that it? They will use it. How many people, 2 people died yesterday, 22, 20 years old. They are 2 friends. You give them rights, isn't that it? They can be outside till 10 o'clock in the night. You don't have to do anything to them. Because if you say, they say you abuse them. Okay. We are not the one, except they bring back churches to the life of people. See what they are taking away? They are going to bring it back by force. Glory to Jesus. When you take church away, when you take Christ away in the midst of his people, Satan take glory. Glory to Jesus. Look at young people now in London. This year alone, I don't know, more than 100 and something have died in the street of UK because of gangs. Young people, they grow up. Their mom can't talk to them anyhow. They say, Mom, that is your own problem. They thought they are wise. They are not wise. Oh. It's coming back to what God said. Glory to Jesus. Because it's the Holy Spirit of God. Bible says where the Spirit of God is, there is liberty. It's only God that grants liberty. So you see all this law they are bringing. Keep on bringing. There is a time you take it out to yourself. Because you are the one that will take it out by force. Because it's not going to affect only you, it's going to affect the whole society. Then you will know that it's not good for you to give a child a common right that doesn't make sense. The child doesn't know what is their left and right. Why do you have to establish child line and say children need to know what? In Africa, somebody will use hand to knock on their head well. To knock sense in your head. Go and talk about child rights in Africa. Why? Because we have a culture that is based on instruction and writing. Every culture agrees in one thing, whether Christian or Muslim or Hindu. They agree that you can train a child in a good way. Amen. But it's only some society that say no. Glory to Jesus. Amen. I'm standing here before you people now because of the way my mom handled me to go to prayer every night. If she didn't, if I have right, I would say, Mama, cool. Mama, get it. No, you don't get it, Mama. The souls that are supposed to be saved through Christ, through me, are not going to be saved. Glory to Jesus. So Moses lose what? The blessings of the Lord based on anger. What do we have in our hand that Satan is fighting to be projecting anger in us? And we'll have this demon. You know one thing about demon? The demon grows. The more you grow, the demon in you begin to grow. Because he eats. See the way we have the baby grows. That is the way. Demon begin to grow more and more. The anger begin to increase. That's why you see somebody one day kill. Because the anger keep on. When the person is angry that time, parents fail to stop it. Glory to Jesus. The people around the person, the children, the teacher, they will say, he's just upset. Just leave it. But I know some people here, if you see the way they handle their children. I was going walking one day, the other one was messing up in the car. The woman opened the door and said, if you do it again. I said, oh, where is child right in him? She understood she has to stop it now. Glory to Jesus. If you don't stop that behavior, the child grows with it. It's a demon. It grows and overpower that child. One day the child will be angry and kill somebody. They will call you and say, do you know what happened now? He's in prison. You say, what? Oh my God. Oh, no, you don't need to call God. There is no God in him. Because when it's happening, God gives you a sign. Glory to Jesus. Amen. But you fail to stop it. That's why we need to do everything to pass on God to this generation that is coming. Amen. So when we are getting old, then we'll carry on God up. Glory to Jesus. Look at this generation. And do you know it's only 2 people who make it to the promised land out of the thousands of people that came out from Egypt? Only Caleb and Joshua. 2 people, 2 families make it to promised land. Glory to Jesus. To show you that, always God will say to Moses, step aside. Let me finish all of them and make you a great nation. This is what will fail Moses himself, because Moses had issue of anger. Nobody could be able to stop Moses. I don't blame him, because I will say Moses did not grow up in his house. In Exodus 2, from verse 11 to 15, when Moses came out to his brethren, he saw that they are beating one of his brethren, one Egyptian. Then he killed the Egyptian immediately because of anger. He couldn't hold it, and that is what made him to run away. Exodus 2, because we are about to round up now. Exodus 2 from verse 11 to 15. Exodus. And it came to pass. Okay, let's read it from here. When Moses was grown, that he went out unto his brethren, and looked on their body, and his spies on the Egyptians, Method and Able, one of his brethren. Look at what he did. And he looked this way and that way, and he saw there was no man. Then he slew the Egyptians and hid him in the sand. He was upset what they are doing to the brother. Moses had already been growing up with anger in the house of Pharaoh. But nobody failed to do anything. Moses never knew that demon also grows up in him. The monster was growing. He said, Moses, I will leave you. You answer the calling, but I know how to get you a future. Glory to Jesus. So that's why sometimes we pray. Fire prayer. Satan says, okay, I will leave you to get the miracle. I'm not going to stop you, but I know how to come back. Because I know this thing you have with you. When you're upset, your mouth cannot be held. That is the only place I'm going to use to hold you. You don't take the miracle because I cannot contain the fire. Your fire is disturbing my kingdom, but I will still come and rob you. Glory to Jesus. That is, people fail to accommodate the devices of the enemy. And every day you are praying. You are praying. When the blessing comes, you cannot stay. One mistake every time. That is Moses. One mistake causing blessing. He had led these people all this while. Instead of him getting to the promised land, he didn't see. God called him on top of the mountain and said, you will see it, but you will not enter it. Amen. A land that filled with milk and honey. This guy suffered a lot of things. Throughout getting to 40 years in the wilderness with one cloth, one shoes, no food. They were eating manna from heaven. Now, anger make him not to step into that blessing. Glory to Jesus. That's why I said to you, do you know how many people who have built up something? Anger. A guy now killed the wife and the children in America because he saw that the wife is cheating. He take gun, boom, boom, boom. He's going to spend the rest of the life in prison. Anger. Boom, 1 second, Satan, monster manifest. And when you're in prison, leave you. You know where demon leave people until that thing is done. When the thing has collapsed, he will leave you. You get yourself. He will say to you, bye-bye. Say, oh my God, I'm in prison. For life in prison. You begin to realize, nah. It's when Moses could not be able to go to the promised land. If I know, I would have controlled my anger. If I know, I would have dealt with my anger. If I know, I would have managed with my anger. If I know, I wouldn't have said it. It just started small. You see, anger, it started small. You keep on growing. Your level of anger, the same way anointed. God will first give you level 1 anointed. He will see how you are going to use it. Then he came to level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. He keep on growing you. Glory to Jesus. The same way children grow, the same way Satan also grew. Job chapter 1. When the children of God gathered, Satan also gathered. When they are singing, praising the Lord, Satan also singing, praising the Lord always. He's looking for his target. Glory to Jesus. Let's see Hebrew. The question we need to ask ourselves, that what has harmed and destroyed in our life? That is what we are going to, why we are going to pray. I want you also to be angry, to pray against anger. So you have to be angry in your spirit to pray against anger tonight. Because anger versus anger, that is when the demon behind them will go. Glory to Jesus. Hebrew 12 verse 15. We are about to pray now. Hebrew 12 verse 15. Hebrew 12 verse 15. The other place quick. Because of time.
Hebrews 12 verse 15.
Yes, please, Anna.
Looking diligently,
Yes.
lest any man fail of the grace of God, lest any root of bitterness springing up trouble you, and thereby may ye be defiled.
Glory to Jesus.
Amen.
He said, looking diligently, lest any man fail the grace of God. He said, lest any root of bitterness. Because anger is what brings the root of bitterness. When you are angry about somebody, you are bitter about the person. Bitterness. And he said he's going to do what? Spring for trouble. Before you know it, trouble come. So I don't even know why I fall into this trouble. No, you have to know. You have to know. Let's see it very well in the book of Colossians. Colossians 3 from verse 8 to 17. Elder, round up with yours, please. We are about to deal with anger tonight. Monster called anger. I'm telling you, a lot of people, it doesn't matter how many years you have become born again, you can still get to it. Moses was 40 years in training in the wilderness, coming to lead the children of Israel at 40 years, and they still got him. Somebody who talk face to face with God, then we will say to ourselves, we are too strong for Satan not to get us. Where did you get the power? It's only by grace. And I read it for us, please. Let's just round up here. Yes, Colossians. It's Colossians. My God. Quick now, please. You see, I'm angry as well. Satan knows I'm angry. So you know he doesn't want us to see this scripture, but I'm very, very angry with Satan tonight. Colossians 3, 8 to 17. Quick. 8 to 17.
Be now ye also, put off all these anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth.
Yes.
Lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him.
And I hold it there. Let's go back to that 8, please, because of our time. We're going to. He said, be there now, put off, but now yet also put off what? All this. He first talk about anger. Wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. But what is the first one? Anger. Because anger gives birth to wrath. Wrath gives birth to malice. Malice gives birth to blasphemy. And another one, things begin to come out of your mouth. Then keep on going. Go to 10. Look at what he said. He said, let us lie to one another. He said, put off the old man with his deed. Put off the old man. That's why when you came to Christ, there is new man, people God want to see in you. There is a new man. You can't be saying, I grew up like this. Hey, so you never change. Why do you come to Christ? If you know yourself that you never change, you don't need Christ. Because Satan cannot change. Satan knows himself, say, I'm Satan, I will not change. And he still remains Satan until the world became come to an end. So if you know you are not going to change, you don't need to come to Christ. Keep on going, keep on quick now. He said, having and you have put on the new man, which is in the, he said, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created you. Keep on going. Quick now, quick. He said, we are neither Greek or no, just barbarian, just repeat it, just, but free. Don't let us read it from the screen, okay, because of our time. He said, no, free, keep on going, because I want to get something here. He said, put on therefore as elect of God, holy and beloved, boys and what, and mercy and kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness and long suffering. Keep on going. Forbearing one another and forgiving one another. If any man have a quarrel against any, even as Christ forgive, so also you have to forgive. Christian doesn't want to hear about long suffering. We are going to stand up on our feet, but you see, Christian doesn't want to hear it. They feel that, you have to go through something. Glory to Jesus. That's why tonight we are going to pray. We'll have only 30 minutes hot prayer here. If you never drink water, stand up on your feet, have water now. Because I want you to be angry to deal with anger. You have to be angry in order for you to deal with anger. Because let me say this to you, demons are not gentle people. People say demon cannot dwell in me. But it has already cost Moses his blessing. Moses that God said to Miriam and Aaron, if there is any prophet among you, he said, Moses, I talk to him face to face. Moses is the only prophet who talked to God face to face. Still, anger causing promised land. You that you don't even know the voice of Holy Spirit and the voice of your mind. You are claiming that you are strong in the Lord. Stand up, let's deal with anger. If we leave it with gentle, no. Stand up and be angry and deal with demon of anger. Glory to Jesus. I hate gentleman Christians. You say, American pastor, praise the Lord. Hallelujah. No, forget it. Demons are finishing people in your church. They have to praise the Lord when the Lord delivered them. When the Lord turned away the captivity of Zion, we are like them that dream. Our mouth is full with laughter. It's when you turn away your captivity, when you got deliverance, praise the Lord. They say, hallelujah. Not for you to be American and say, forget this dance. When demon finish you, this dance will stop. They have made Christianity not to understand their opponent. Glory to Jesus. We begin to abuse grace. But grace is your merited favor in order for you to fight Satan. It's access for you to fight Satan. For you to destroy the work of Satan over your life. But because we fail to acknowledge it, we begin to use grace. Glory to Jesus. Even the grace who are using, some of us doesn't have respect for it. And it's going to disgrace you. Glory to Jesus. Lift up your hands unto heaven. Because I know that if you don't want to deal with it, I want to deal with it. Because I'm also angry with Satan. The way Satan fight this minister, I'm angry with him. Why would it be when somebody want to come to the divine power of God, the Satan will fight the person? Why? Satan, I'm asking you this question. Why? Why can't you find them going to another churches? You make them to go there and last for how many years? But when they want to come here, you fight them totally. What do you see here that you make them you fight people not to come here? There must be something Satan see here. But when other people want to, one woman, he said to me, Prophet, anytime I want to come there, I said, look, there must be something here. What did Satan see here? He saw Jesus. Amen. Glory to Jesus. Hallelujah. But other ministers, he opened door for them. They welcome you well. And they say, glory to Jesus. Satan said to you, sit down here, I want to keep you in this ministry for as long as many years. You waste your time, but not here. Amen. As far as he has led you to come to this door, yes, his work has finished. Amen. Say, Father, I lift my hands unto you. I lift my hands unto Lord Jesus,
Lord Jesus,
I receive power.
I receive power.
I receive authority
I receive authority
through the blood
through the blood
that you shed upon the cross of Calvary.
that you shed upon the cross of
The
Calvary.
Bible says
The Bible
in
says
the book of Revelation
in the book of Revelation
12 verse 11,
12 verse
it
11,
said, I overcome.
he says, I overcome.
I, Prophet Johnson, I overcome
I overcome
the demon of anger,
the demon of anger,
that monster
that monster
that is called anger,
that is called anger,
through the blood
through the blood
of Jesus
of Jesus
and the word of my testimony.
and the word of my testimony.
And tonight,
And tonight
I am testifying
I am testifying
that Jesus
that Jesus
is the Son of the living God,
is the Son of the living
to
God,
the glory of God
to the glory of God
and to the shame of Satan.
and to the shame of Satan.
Therefore, tonight,
Therefore tonight,
any evil spirit
any evil spirit
or demon
or demon
or powers of darkness
or powers of darkness
or principalities and powers
or principalities and powers
that project anger
that project anger
in my life,
in my life,
in my family,
in my family,
any altar
any altar
of Satan
of Satan
that project anger
that project anger
in my life,
in my life,
in my family,
in my family,
I come against you
I come against you
with the power
with the power
that is in the blood
that is in the blood
of Jesus.
of Jesus.
I command
I command
the fire
the fire
of Holy
of
Ghost
Holy Ghost
to arrest
to arrest
any demons
any
or
demons
evil spirit
or evil spirits
from satanic kingdom
from satanic kingdom
that use anger
that use anger
to destroy my blessings,
to destroy my
to
blessings,
destroy my destiny,
to destroy my destiny,
my breakthrough,
my breakthrough,
whatsoever
whatsoever
that Satan has projected
that Satan has projected
that cause anger,
that cause anger,
that cause me to fail
that cause me to fail
in a place of my blessing.
in a place of my blessing.
I am tired of you.
I am tired of you.
Therefore tonight,
Therefore tonight,
by the power
by the power
of Holy
of
Ghost,
Holy Ghost,
I bind
I bind
that demon of anger,
that demon of anger,
you that monster,
you that monster,
according to the word of the Lord
according to the word of the Lord
in Matthew 18,
in Matthew 18,
verse 18,
verse 18,
that says
that says
that whatsoever
that whatsoever
I,
I,
Prophet Johnson,
I
shall bind
shall
on
bind
earth
on earth
shall be bound
shall be bound
in heaven.
in heaven.
He said, whatsoever
You say whatsoever
I lose
I lose
on earth
on earth
shall be loose
shall be loosed
in heaven.
in heaven.
Therefore tonight
Therefore tonight,
I stand upon the power
I stand upon the power
that is in the word of the Lord.
that is in the word of the Lord.
I bind
I bind
you that demon
you that demon
of anger.
of anger.
I bind you
I bind you
right now.
right now.
I bind you
I bind you
over my life.
over my life.
I bind you
I bind you
over my family.
over my family.
I bind you
I bind you
over my children.
over my children.
I bind you
I bind you
over my generation.
over my
You
generation.
cannot locate my
You
generation.
cannot locate my generation.
Therefore tonight
Therefore tonight,
I command
I command
fire
fire
of Holy Ghost
of Holy
to
Ghost
consume
to consume
and to destroy
and to destroy
such demons
such demons
right now.
right now.
Your powers,
Your power,
I bind it
I bind you
right now.
right now.
I let them powerless
I render them powerless
through the power
through the power
of the blood
of the blood
of Jesus.
of Jesus.
I command
I command
the fire
the fire
of Holy
of
Ghost
Holy
to
Ghost
destroy
to destroy
the power
the power
of that demon
of that demon
right now
right now
in the name
in the name
of Jesus.
of Jesus.
Do you know sometimes anger is not ordinary? Because sometimes as a result of the altar that families have, and Satan is demanding something, Satan now lay his anger on the life of the people in the family. You see, sometimes something kind of, some days you will not know what come over you. The way you'll be angry. Because the altars, ancient altars, has visited you. But tonight we are going to reject it.
Amen.
Because we are not from that altar anymore.
No.
He said, therefore, if any man that is in Christ,
Yes.
that means we'll have another altar
Amen.
that speaks for us.
Yes, amen.
Say, Father,
Father,
by the power
by the power
in the blood
in the blood
of Jesus,
of Jesus,
I come against
I come against
any ancient altar
any ancient altar
of my father's family,
of my father's family,
of my mother's family,
of my mother's family,
any ancient deity,
any ancient deity,
ancient shrine,
ancient shrine,
ancestral altar,
ancestral altar,
ancestral deities,
ancestral deity,
ancestral shrine
ancestral shrine
that is projecting
that is
anger
projecting anger
in my life,
in my life,
or visit me
or visiting me
in a season
in a season
with anger,
with
with bitterness,
bitterness,
with sorrow,
with sorrow,
with sadness.
with sadness.
I am tired of you.
I am tired of you.
I reject you
I reject you
with the power
with the power
of the blood
of the blood
of Jesus.
of Jesus.
I bind that altar
Bind that altar
right now.
right now.
I command
I command
Holy Ghost fire
Holy Ghost fire
right now.
right now.
Consume
Consume
that altar,
that altar,
that shrine,
that shrine,
that deity
that deity
right now.
right now.
Receive fire.
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 Right now.
Right
Be
now.
destroyed
Be destroyed
by fire
by fire
in the name
in the name
of Jesus.
of Jesus.
Listen, they cannot hold us
Amen.
because of maybe somebody promised them something and they are trying to come back to hold us. No. The covenant of anger is going to be broken.
I fire.
They cannot hold us.
No.
You see, one thing that make me, I like God. God come in the area that I have passed through. Because when you talk about deliverance, I told you I know what I went through, my family went through. So I know it very well. So that's why when he came to Satan, I'm not gentleman. Glory to Jesus.
Hallelujah.
We are not gentle when it came to Satan.
No.
I don't want to be gentleman. Because Satan doesn't regard your age. You know one thing that pains me? That the people Satan has finished, they are the one that form big. Anybody Satan has finished, they are the one that is forming big. Because Satan has finished them. But the one Satan hasn't finished, Satan will fight you totally. But Christians will form big. I see them a lot in the kingdom of God. You see them, they don't want to believe in demons. They are not reading Bible where one man carried demon that 2,000 pig was feeding. And Jesus, they begged Jesus to enter them. All of them ran and drowned. 2,000 pigs. One man was carrying demon that drowned 2,000 pigs. 2,000. Only one man. The demon said, we are legion, we are many. If that man carried that kind of demon, Mary Magdalene, 5 demons was cast out of her. Mary Magdalene. The Bible describes it. Mary Magdalene, when Jesus cast out 5 demons, 5 came out of her before she can be able to follow Jesus.
Amen.
People don't know why she's following Jesus everywhere. Because she has been delivered.
Amen.
When people haven't received deliverance, they think they are serving God. They are not serving God. Until you are delivered, that is when you will know what is your calling. Glory to Jesus.
Hallelujah.
I want to negotiate with God for me to run away from the calling. But he said I should go. That's why when I'm here, anytime you see me, I'm here. I'm in my territory. And Satan, no. Glory to Jesus.
Amen.
The same way like you. Check out the life of people in your family. Sometimes we Christians, we don't take time to check histories. What went wrong in my family? What is in my family? I check out my own family. Sometimes I sit there and say, if I have opportunity I have now, if my late father was still alive, I would have asked him some certain questions. But he wasn't. That's why anytime I'm with my mom, I try to ask as much as I can ask. But what about my father's family? What happened in those? She will tell me. I pick it. I put it in my pocket. She doesn't know why I ask. I know why I'm asking it. Especially when I want to ask it that way, then I have to have some packages, some seed. Because once I put it, then she will be telling me stories. I take the information I need. Because I needed information. Listen, if you don't know what fought your father's family, you will not know how to win the battle.
Amen.
Glory to Jesus.
Hallelujah.
Lift up your hands. Say, Father,
Father,
by the power of the Holy Ghost,
by the power of the Holy Ghost,
I come against
every
influences of Satan
influence of Satan
that cause anger,
that
that make me to be boiling up,
makes me to be boiling up,
every influences
every influence
of demons
or demons
from any source,
from any source,
whether my father's family,
whether my father's family,
my mother's family,
my mother's family,
from my past relationship,
from my past relationships,
or my former marriage,
or from my former marriage,
whatsoever that bring influences
that brings influences
of Satan
of Satan
over me, to overpower me through anger, I reject you with the power of the blood of Jesus. I separate myself from that influences with the blood of Jesus. I command the fire of Holy Ghost to consume that influences right now. Be consumed by fire. Be consumed by fire. Be consumed by fire. Be consumed by fire. In the name of Jesus. Say, Father, whosoever that is fighting my blessing through anger, Lord Jesus, any power that fights my blessing through anger, any power that fights my blessings through anger, I reject you. Whatsoever that fights my greatness through anger, whatsoever that fights my job, my finances, whatsoever that fights my family through anger, I come against you. I stand in a gap for my family. I come against no power of anger over my siblings. I command Holy Ghost fire over my family to destroy the power of anger, the demon of anger over my family right now. The root of anger.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Holy Ghost.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yes. I break the power of anger over your family. In the name of Jesus. I bind the demon of anger. Holy Ghost. Yes. You spirit of anger that manifests itself like a dog, I come against you.
By fire.
Now I come against you.
By fire.
I come against you.
By fire.
I break your powers.
By fire.
I break your powers
By fire.
over her life,
Amen.
over the keys.
Yes, Lord.
Now I command fire
Fire.
of Holy Ghost
Holy
to
Ghost.
touch your children
Amen.
right now.
Yes, Jesus.
Wherever they are,
Amen.
I bind every demon
By
that
fire.
manifests itself
Yes, Lord.
as a dog against their life. I command fire of God
Fire.
consume that Satan.
Amen.
I set them loose
By fire.
in the name of Jesus,
Amen.
and so shall it be.
Thank you, Jesus.
Say, Father,
Father,
any demon
any demon
that manifests themselves
that manifests themselves
in my dreams
in my dreams
that cause anger,
that cause anger,
any creature
any creature
of any kind,
of any kind,
whether dog,
whether dog,
snake,
snake,
whatever that it is,
whatever that it is,
that manifests himself
that manifests itself
in my dreams
in my dreams
right now,
right now,
I reject you.
I reject you.
Any covenant
Any
that
covenant
is behind
that is behind
those dreams,
those dreams,
I break it.
break it right now.
I break
I break
such covenant.
such covenant.
I break it
Break it right now.
by the power
By the power
of Holy
of the
Ghost.
Holy Ghost.
I bind
I bind
that demon,
that demon,
that animal
that
that
animal
manifest themselves
that manifests themselves
in my dreams.
in my dreams.
Lord Jesus,
Lord Jesus,
whatsoever
whatsoever
that visit my dreams,
that visits my dreams,
any spirit
any spirit
that is coming
that is coming
to my dreams
to my dreams
to molest me,
to molest me,
to project anger
to project
in
anger
my life
in my life,
through spiritual marriage,
through spiritual marriage.
I bind you
I bind you
right now.
right now.
I bind you
I bind you
by the power
by the power
and the authority
and authority
that is in the name
that is in the name
of Jesus.
of Jesus.
I destroy
I destroy
every spiritual marriage
every spiritual marriage
that bring anger
that brings anger
in my life.
in my life,
Every spiritual marriage
every spiritual marriage
in my family,
in my family.
I command
I command
the fire of Holy Ghost to destroy those marriages wherever Satan has sold marriages in my family that is fighting my physical marriage. I command Holy Ghost fire to release my marriage from that place. Right now, my marriage be released by fire. Be released by fire. By fire. I lose myself, my family from the demon and the power of anger. I lose my family from the demon and the power of anger. Right now, anger, depart from my life. Right now, I rebuke you out of my life. Out, out, out of my family. Out, 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 out. Right now, in the name of Jesus. Oh, you are doing great.
Amen.
Listen, this is the only place you can see prayer.
Amen.
This minister. That's why we don't make tea here. We don't give people a cup of tea. That's why we have water. But the other minister, they offer you a cup of tea. No. We became too hot that you don't even, tea cannot be your problem anymore. Glory to Jesus.
Hallelujah.
We can't make you tea. To sit down with your demon, no. They have to leave you.
By fire.
So that you can drink water to quench it.
Amen.
I'm sick and tired ministry that you come, they want to offer you a cup of tea. Somebody told me when we are starting, oh, how can we not be giving people tea? I said, look, only 3 hours in the church. We have to utilize, you drink tea all the days of your life. Only 3 hours in the church. You still want us to give you tea? Not this ministry. What will train you is prayer.
Amen.
You became a woman of prayer.
Yes, amen.
You became a man of prayer.
Receive it.
Because it's what saved me.
Amen.
Tea cannot save you.
Do.
It's caffeine. It causes you too much of a problem. Glory to Jesus.
Hallelujah.
Don't mind me. Say, Father,
Father,
by your authority
by your authority
and the power
and the power
is in the name
that is in the name
of Jesus.
of Jesus.
Lord Jesus,
Lord Jesus,
I command
I command
every change
every change
of anger
of anger
holding me,
holding me,
any demonic change
any demonic chain
that bondage me
that bondage me
in anger.
in anger.
I break it.
I break it right now.
I break
I break
myself loose
myself loose
from those chains.
from those chains.
I break
I break
my family loose
my family
from
loose
those chains.
from those chains.
Lord Jesus,
Lord Jesus,
may the chains
may the chains
of anger
of anger
over my life,
over my life,
my family,
my family,
be broken
be broken
right now.
right now.
Father, touch your daughter.
Amen.
Touch.
Amen.
Lord, I stand upon the power that is in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
I set Sabrina loose
I call you.
now from Marine Kingdom.
Amen.
Sabrina, be loose in the name of
I
Jesus.
call you.
Thank you, Holy Ghost.
Thank you, Jesus.
Be loose.
I call you.
Be loose.
I call you.
Be loose.
By fire.
Be loose.
By fire.
Be loose.
By fire.
Be loose.
By fire.
Be loose
By fire.
from that shrine.
Amen.
Be loose.
By fire.
Be loose.
By fire.
Sabrina, be loose.
By fire.
Be loose.
By fire.
Now be loose.
By fire.
Be loose.
For you.
Be loose.
By fire.
Be loose.
By fire.
Be loose,
By
Sabrina.
fire.
Be loose.
By fire.
Be loose.
By fire.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
In the mighty name of Jesus.
Amen.
Go out of Sabrina.
Out.
You cannot take hold of her.
No.
She doesn't belong to the shrine.
No.
She doesn't belong to Hindu altar.
No.
She belongs to Jesus.
Yes, amen.
Now, I break the covenant.
By fire.
That evil dedication
By
that
fire.
was against Sabrina.
By fire.
I break it.
By fire.
Be broken.
By fire.
Yes. Be broken.
By fire.
Be broken.
By fire.
Thank you, Holy Ghost.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Holy Ghost.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Holy Ghost.
Thank you, Lord.
Be free.
Amen.
Be free.
Amen.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Thank you, Holy Ghost.
Thank you, Lord.
It's just rushing time, I have another shift tonight, so I have to be rushing. Father, in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Father, touch your daughter.
Amen.
I come against every power from any side of a priest against your family,
Amen.
against you, Maggie.
Yes, Lord.
I disconnect you
Amen.
right now.
Yes, Jesus.
I disconnect you, Maggie. Maggie, be free.
Amen.
May the power of God set you free.
Amen.
As you have decided to seek God, you will
Yes.
find God.
Amen. Thank you, Lord.
Lord, I pray that this covenant will never stand against you anymore.
No.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
I cover Maggie with the blood of Jesus.
Blood of Jesus.
In Jesus' mighty name.
Amen.
pray. God have done wonderful for you. Because you remember before the way you were angry before. Remember the kind of anger you had before. But God have touched you.
Amen.
Father, I pray that whatever that remain in you, whatever that remain in you,
Yes.
whatever that it is,
Amen.
that still remain in you shall not stay.
Amen.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
They shall not stay.
Amen.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
They shall not stay.
Yes, Lord.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
I said they shall not stay.
Yes, Jesus.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
As I lay my hand on you, I break their powers forever.
I for you.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
That anger of your father's family.
Yes, Lord.
That spirit that rules your father.
Amen.
That makes you to be able to be angry that way. Like man, I break it forever.
By fire.
I cut off their head
By fire.
forever. Jesus, mighty name. Come out here. We are going to be quick now. We are going home. Father, I pray for your daughter. Lord Jesus, I come against anything that Satan left in your heart.
Amen.
Anything that projects anger
Jesus.
inside of your heart, child.
Amen.
By this anointing,
Yes, Lord.
I break that power.
By fire.
These powers of this serpentine
Yes,
God,
Lord.
of this Hindu shrine. Now, receive fire.
Fire.
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 And come out of her.
Ouch.
Out.
By fire.
Out of her heart.
Amen.
Out
Ouch.
of her child heart.
Yes, Lord.
Come out.
By fire.
You that serpentine spirit of anger, of impatience. Come out.
Ouch.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Now go.
By fire.
Go.
By fire.
Not only her mom.
Amen.
Go out of her.
Ouch.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Go in the name of Jesus.
By fire.
You cannot stay in her.
No.
Father, touch her.
Amen.
Touch the mom.
Amen.
I break the covenant.
By fire.
I break the covenant.
By fire.
I break the covenant.
By
I
fire.
break the covenant.
By fire.
I break the covenant.
By fire.
I break the covenant.
By fire.
I break the
By
covenant.
fire.
I break the covenant.
By
I
fire.
break it.
By fire.
Be broken.
By fire.
Shandere Boyakata. Yes.
Amen.
Be broken.
By
Be
fire.
broken.
By
You
fire.
cannot resist this
No,
thing.
no, no.
I command fire to consume your powers.
Fire.
Now let the fire of God consume your powers.
Amen.
And let the power of the Holy Ghost
Holy Ghost.
overshadow you.
Amen.
Overshadow you.
Amen.
Holy Ghost overshadow her.
Fire.
Overshadow your heart.
Amen.
Holy Ghost overshadow her.
Yes, Lord.
In that what we are doing today is for generations. It's
you,
a
Lord.
very stubborn spirit. It's a very stubborn spirit here. Yes, you cannot crown her.
No.
You can never crown her.
No.
I command fire.
Fire.
That serpent, I break the powers.
By fire.
And I command the fire of God to touch the mom as well.
Fire.
I bind the powers in the name of
By
Jesus.
fire.
Now lose her child.
Amen.
Lose her mind.
Yes, Jesus.
Lose her in the name of Jesus. Lose her mind.
By fire.
Lose her.
By
Lose.
fire.
Lose her. Lose the mom
By
right now.
fire. By fire.
Lose
By
her.
fire.
Loose.
By
You
fire.
cannot take hold of her.
Oh.
Whosoever that give her to you, the grandmom, I bind that powers in the name of Jesus.
Fire.
You cannot. Not here anymore.
Amen.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Now. Your crown, I break it. I set it on fire.
Fire.
Not that crown that you have over her head. I command fire to consume it.
Fire.
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 You know very well. This is another spirit that we are dealing with because one fire.
Fire.
In the name of Jesus. Now, I destroy the mark. Give me that anointing oil quick. Because there is something we need to deal with now. Give me the anointing oil. The mark that you put on the forehead. I destroy this evil mark. Give me.
By fire.
I destroy it in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Fire of God.
Fire.
Consume this mark. Consume it.
Amen.
This
Fire.
mark of disfavor. Fire.
Fire.
With that serpentine spirit. Not here. You cannot stay here in this ministry. Today is your day. I said it when I was making it. I said somebody is about to receive extraordinary deliverance. And I soak in the blood of Jesus. Now, be confident, be broken. Be broken. Be broken. Break. I break all your powers over a child. Amen. Now, in the name of Jesus. Amen. Now, you are going to lose your own. Go out of her. Out. And go out of the mouth. Out. Go. Amen. Say what? Touch. Child. Amen. I pray for your heart. Yes. Amen. Now let the light of God shine in your heart. Amen. The light. Amen. The light is coming. Amen. The light of Holy Ghost. The light is coming. The light. Amen. The light is going inside your heart. Amen. Let this light fill your heart, child. Fill your heart. Yes, let it fill your heart. Amen. Let it fill your mind. Amen. Let it fill your heart. Amen. Let it fill your mind. Amen. Now receive light. Amen. Receive light. Yes, Jesus. Receive. Amen. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Time goes quick. I won't have time here now. Today. We're here on Sunday. Amen. Father, touch your daughter. Amen. Touch. Amen. May the Lord touch you. 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 Yes, Lord. May the Lord touch you. Amen. May the Lord touch you. Amen. May the Lord touch you. Yes, Jesus. May the Lord touch you. Amen. May the Lord touch you. Amen. May the Lord touch you. Amen. And take away. Yes, Lord. Any power of anger. Amen. In your life. Amen. Be out. Out. Be out. Out. Be out. Out. Be out. Out. Ouch! Ouch! Jesus. Amen. Thank you, Holy Ghost. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I destroy the plans of the enemy. Amen. I set it on fire. Fire. 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 In Jesus' mighty name. Amen. You are free. Thank you, Lord. Come this side. Because we're about to go home now. We know that. We know. Father, in the name of Jesus. Amen. Every demonic mark, every ancient mark over your destiny that make you to be attracting negativity. Father, in the name of Jesus, amen. Let this anointing destroy this mark. In the name of Jesus. Amen. 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 In Jesus' mighty name. Hallelujah. Let's wait because this lady, the daughter, one of the daughter, I want to pray for one of your daughter now. Hold it. Yeah. Which one is this one? This is the little one. This one now. That is what I want to pray for. That's why I asked you which name it is. Okay? Just hold her because that is the name God said I should pray for. Father, in the name of Jesus. Amen. This one is what you need prayer. No, she's in trouble. Yeah, because we say, but she's in trouble. Because there is something that happened she didn't understand. In her dream, there is, I'm not going to say much, but there is something that takes place in her dreams that is causing this for her to be afraid in her dreams. But the power of God is more than that. Amen. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Mm. That's why something happened in her dream. So something take place, but the power of God will destroy it.
Amen.
Father, there is a visitation that takes place in her dream. There is a spirit that manifests himself, against her. So that is what is bringing all this thing. Father, in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Father, I use the mom as a point of contact.
Yes, Jesus.
Lord Jesus, I bind that spirit in the name of Jesus.
Hallelujah.
Anything that manifests to your daughter in the middle of the night, any demon that appeared to her that is causing this anarchy, Father, I set that demon on fire.
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 Yes. The fire of the Holy Ghost.
Amen.
The fire of the Holy Ghost.
Fire.
The fire of the Holy Ghost.
Fire.
Touch your daughter.
Amen.
Touch her.
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 Yes, Lord.
Right now. Touch. I use you as a point of contact
Yes,
to
Jesus.
touch your daughter.
Amen.
Let the fire touch her.
Fire.
Touch, and set her free.
By
Any
fire.
spirit from that family that
Amen.
manifests himself to her in the middle of the night,
Yes,
in
Jesus.
her dreams, I bind your powers in the name of Jesus.
Fire.
I break that powers of that demon.
Amen.
Now. Yes, as you are holding her,
Yes,
you are holding
Jesus.
her because she's your baby. I use you as a point of
Amen.
contact. Now. Pray.
By fire.
Yes,
Yes, Jesus.
Now, be loose
By fire.
from that bondage.
Amen.
Yes. I set your daughter free.
By
Not
fire.
only your daughter, you yourself, I set
Yes,
you free.
Lord.
From what entered you from the father's house,
Amen.
from the father of your daughter.
Yes, Lord.
Now. Yes. Thank you, Holy Ghost. Yes, thank you, Holy Ghost. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord.
Amen.
May this anointing touch your daughter.
Amen.
Now, as you are holding her,
Yes,
Father, may
Lord.
the power of God touch her.
Amen.
Touch.
Yes, Jesus.
Touch her. In
Amen.
Botswana.
Yes, Lord.
Touch.
Amen.
Yes. Move.
By fire.
Move.
Amen.
Move
Amen.
her.
Amen.
Move her from the powers of the Father's Son. Move her.
Amen.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Thank you, Holy Ghost.
Thank you, Lord.
Break.
By fire.
Loose. Thank you, Holy Ghost.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yes. Jesus, mighty name.
Amen.
I touch your daughter by the anointing of the Holy Ghost.
Holy Ghost.
I touch your daughter.
Amen.
I touch your daughter
Yes, Lord.
by the anointing of the Holy Ghost.
Holy Ghost.
May your daughter be loose
By fire.
and be free.
Amen.
Thank you, Holy Ghost.
Thank you, Lord.
In Jesus' mighty name.
Amen.
Give somebody that oil. We'll continue on Sunday. Give somebody that oil because there's something I need to pray for you for. Just hold it. We are here on Sunday, okay? I say on Sunday will be another type of service we are going to have in fire. Father, in the name of Jesus, Lord, I pray as well for you and your daughter.
Amen.
Nunsa, any power of anger that take hold of her,
Yes, Lord.
now I break that power out of
By
her.
fire.
Nunsa, this is the womb you came out from.
Amen.
Nunsa, I bind the demon of anger
By
over
fire.
Nunsa right now. Now, wherever you are, may the power of God touch you.
Amen.
Touch you.
Yes, Lord.
Touch you.
Yes, Jesus.
May the power of God touch your daughter Sandra.
Amen.
Nunsa.
Amen. Yes, Lord. Amen. Amen. Yes, Jesus. Amen.
Be touched
By
by the
fire.
power of the Holy Ghost.
Holy Ghost.
May your heart be touched.
Amen.
May your heart be touched.
Yes, Lord.
Thank you, Holy Ghost.
Thank you, Jesus.
And you, may the Lord touch you.
Amen.
Father, touch her.
Amen.
Touch her.
Amen.
In Jesus' mighty name, I pray. Is
Amen.
Mama coming here on Sunday? Your mom? She's coming on Sunday. Huh? Okay. Because I'm looking at you because I see her here. That's why I asked, because I want to pray for her on Sunday. So we're going to go home now. Please. Lift up your hand. Sorry for wasting your time. Sorry. Okay, so. Father, I cover each and every one of us with the blood of Jesus.
Blood of Jesus.
Lord, as we are going home, go with us.
Amen.
Open up our offering so that people doesn't go home with their money of God.